What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for March 20th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining me right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. I got my guy, Deontay, here with me tonight. What's going on, brother? How'd you enjoy Raw?
I love it. I definitely felt those 3 hours. I
For
definitely felt those 3.
sure.
I thought it was pretty decent, I guess. It was out.
It was up and down for me. The matches really didn't mean much, but the segments were really meaningful and had a lot of impact for the show tonight. Um, I mean, WrestleMania is just 12 days away, and we are definitely
Mm-hmm.
feeling it. We are going to be having a ton of wrestling over the next few days, and the week of WrestleMania. It just seems like it's not going to be able to stop with Raw, NXT, Dynamite, uh, basically everything going on. Um, I, WrestleMania is here, and that's basically what it is all coming
Mm-hmm.
down to. Um, but yeah, man,
Next week we got Wrestle.
this is it's definitely getting stronger as the weeks progress. WrestleMania season. Um, Sami and KO versus the Usos is official. We got my guy TJ joining us now. Um, so we have Sami and KO versus the Usos now official. Roman and Cody. I don't give a shit what anybody says. They both killed it tonight. Um, and we're building towards something for WrestleMania, and it was just a great show overall. I thought it was an okay show for what it was. Matches didn't mean much, but the segments they really struck when the iron was on. What up, PJ?
Yeah, we did.
What
DJ, did you beat the showcase thing?
Yes,
Was
I
that
did. I beat Terry Bollea's ass first, put him through a table, made him pin his ass. Then I pinned Bruno Sammartino because he's a pain in the ass with those submissions. And then good old Stone Cold Steve Austin went for that stunner. I reversed it into a good old attitude adjustment and pinned his bitch ass.
that fatal four way to me actually wasn't all that difficult. A lot of people had trouble with it, but to me,
Yeah.
I didn't have much
I would have
trouble
beat
with
it
it.
the first time, but Bruno locked me in a fucking bear hug after I used resiliency, and we went back and forth for like 5 minutes. I was like, I have no choice but to restart it. And then the second time I was about to beat it, the ref stood in my way while Bruno was submitting Stone Cold. So I couldn't even break it up because the ref was literally blocking my path.
You know it's elimination, right?
Yeah, but like they want you to try to beat everybody.
Oh, I forgot. They want you to try to eliminate everybody in the match. That's just, as
Yo,
long as you win, I don't give a fuck. Just eliminate people. Um, but
yeah,
showcase that that showcase was really cool. Yeah. But regardless,
Okay, just that RVD match. It's like I recorded that motherfucker. It took me an hour to beat Cena with RVD.
nah, look, the Undertaker match, the one at WrestleMania 34. Why was that shit so hard?
Like, motherfucker, you're supposed to be getting squashed. Did you not read the script? Why are you fighting this
yeah, I
hard?
don't know why they actually had that match like
The easiest
last so
one,
long.
the fucking Brock match, bro. At
I was
SummerSlam 14, boy, I was spamming the fuck out of them German suplexes.
You
Dude,
literally have to do like 9 people or
I
something.
don't know, man. But we're gonna be talking about Raw tonight. Um, don't I mean we will go over everything. But uh, fucking Monday. It's late. We're
Is it
gonna
just
get
me, or did it feel kind of mid tonight?
the thing is to me the matches meant nothing, but the segments tonight actually had a lot of weight when it came to WrestleMania. So to me
Yeah.
it was very up and down
It was out.
for sure. But like to me, it was just a very up and down show. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but like the matches didn't mean anything. But the segments they held a lot of weight. It was what it was. But yeah, we'll
So, what
talk
are your
about everything.
hashtags?
Oh, I'll send them to you.
Okay.
I'll send them to you. So let's talk about Monday Night Raw tonight, guys. We will get right into the Monday Night Raw post show in just a little bit, but guys, thank you so much for joining us right here on OTB. Nice like what you hear so far. Hit the like button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K, so let's continue to get things going on that side. If you guys want to help the channel in any way that you can, other than a like and a subscribe, go down in the link in the description. Follow us all on our social media platforms. Go to the links that are in the description as well for our official OTB merchandise. The merchandise is down there in the description. Teespring is the official home of OTB and its merchandise. You guys can also get myself and Loft's merchandise. Loft has a special promo code going on over there, and I got a promo code going on over there. Both of them for 20% off your purchase. So go get your Loft and PhilCon merch today, along with the OTB goodies. You know, it is what it is. Hoodies, t-shirts, do all the things. And yeah, let's get right into the show tonight. And before we do, I do want to shout out our sponsor for today's video, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official home of OTB of OTB. They've been a partner with us for a little while now, and it's a very very good partner to have. Obviously, SeatGeek, if you guys know what it is already, it's an application on your phone. You go get your tickets on SeatGeek, and you know you're going to get the best deal based on their ticket price like chart and everything. One meaning it's a very bad deal for that seat, 10 meaning that is the best deal that you can get for that seat. So you know you're getting the best deal when you use SeatGeek, and use code OTB at checkout for your first purchase. You get $20 off. That's a fucking steal. So go use SeatGeek and use the code OTB for your first purchase on SeatGeek to get $20 off. So it's a great deal, and you're gonna get great seats using SeatGeek. So go use SeatGeek today. It is official on basically all your all application devices. Go get it on your phone. It's on the App Store. Go get it today. All right, guys, let's go. Owens and Sami Zayn, they're in the ring. They are, you know, they're just having a lot of fun with the crowd. The crowd is chanting for both of them, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Um, KO chant picked up, and Zayn says, "It sounds like I actually like you too now." And then Zayn felt very good to be out there on the same page with Kevin Owens once again. Zayn says that he totally gets why Owens didn't want to work with him after Elimination Chamber. Zayn approached it like a business transaction, and everything that they ever did together was as brothers. Owens says that he's right about that, but Zayn doesn't understand one thing. Owens has been his biggest fan for 20 years, and Owens has always told people that Zayn is the best that he's ever been in the ring with. For the last 6 months, it frustrated Owens to see Zayn under Roman Reigns' thumb. Zayn was better than all of them, and it outgrew the Bloodline immediately. Owens finally heard Zayn speak and realized it was time to take down the Bloodline together. Zayn says that both know what comes next, and they look at the WrestleMania sign, and then the crowd obviously was in a big buzz as they look at the sign together. They knew exactly what they were going for as soon as that WrestleMania sign was being looked at.
That was a cool segment. That was a cool segment. Cannot wait for this match.
So the Undisputed Tag Team titles, the champions, I should say, rather, the Usos came out. Jey says that Sami is what a backstabber looks like. Jey says that Zayn and Owens will backstab each other eventually, because that is exactly what they do to each other. They're the kind of family that always cuts at each other's throats. Zayn says that it's funny that Jey said that because his biggest dream is to backstab Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso said that Zayn is the only one dreaming, and then he said that he's staring at the WrestleMania sign like something's actually going to be happening there. Nothing is going to be happening at WrestleMania, and Owens says that all they know is where this is going. Everyone knows where this is going. This is only going to be ending at one place, and that is the grandest stage of them all. Jey and his brother against Owens and his for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles at WrestleMania. A huge yes chant broke out, and then Jimmy says that they are the greatest tag team in the world. They don't deserve a shot at the tag team titles. Owens and Zayn have been on the same page for only a few minutes, while they have been on the same page since day one. They say, Jey says, to be honest, this might be their one shot to take care of the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens problem and put it in the dirt. Jey then accepts a challenge at WrestleMania, and in fact, they don't want to wait until WrestleMania. They ran in and they attacked the Sami and Kevin Owens immediately in the ring. Jimmy sends Owens into the ring post. The Usos begin to double team Zayn, and then Owens fought back, put Jimmy into the timekeeper's area. Jey is in the ring. Owens super kick. Zayn went for a haluva kick, but Jimmy pulls his brother out of the ring to save him, and then the Usos grab steel chairs, and the referees came out to stop him. And then on the big screen, we saw the SUV pop up. So Sikoa, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman all exited from the SUV, and the Usos furiously stormed off because they knew that their cousin Roman Reigns was here, and they're like, yeah, no, we gotta stand by our cousin. So, as soon as the Tribal Chief came around, they came to their senses, and they're like, yeah, nah, let's back off. We'll save it for WrestleMania. This was a very good segment. I like this segment. It was basically all but confirmed weeks ago, but now it is official. We get the match for WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, I enjoyed this segment as well. I think everything was very well done. You know, the promos and Stanley and Jey. This match, in my opinion, should be the main event.
Yes.
Be the main event. Probably.
I like how, Jimmy and Jay, they're like, yeah, we're ready. Like, we knucking and bucking and ready to fight. But as soon as that SUV pulled it up, they're like, all right, let me get inside the house before my mama beat my ass because I ain't supposed to be outside playing. And my mama just pulled up to the house. So let me get back inside.
It's like my parents back in the day. Whenever they saw that street light come on near their place,
Get your ass in the
get your
house.
ass in the house. And yes, teacher, I know all about that. So don't even figure out like, oh wait, Phil, you don't know about that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
No, we know you don't. Because remember, you're black, Phil. We've discussed this.
Yes, I do.
You're just adding on to the evidence now.
Well, I know all about that, man. It was legitimate when I was like younger and when my parents. So like it's crazy. But yeah, like did 100% correct there. But everything about this was really cool. Seeing Sami and Kevin Owens really being on the same page once again. The Usos going out there saying, "Oh yeah, we'll face you at WrestleMania," and then backing off a little bit because Roman's there and they don't want to do anything that the Tribal Chief wouldn't, so they're backing off. But yeah, it was all but confirmed weeks ago that this was happening, but now that it's official, this is the only match for me that should main event night one. It's the only one. The women's matches and I've been saying this for weeks, but nobody seems to actually be understanding this unless you're a part of like this group here. The women's matches don't need to main event WrestleMania this year. There's no story between them. Asuka and Bianca relegated themselves to who could, like, can they coexist? Fucking terrible. And then,
And even
yeah,
another thing too, they shouldn't main event just because we want a women's main event. They should main event because they earned that main event spot, not because they're women, so let me throw in the main event spot.
and you
See, and
look,
that's a good. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to bring up something Chris Jericho said. When it comes to Mania or any pay per view, there's two spots on the card you want. It's either the main event spot or the opener. Because your main event, everyone's looking forward to your match. If you're opener, you set the bar. I don't think there's a problem with the women having the opener match.
no,
Because don't get me wrong, their feuds aren't bad. It's just a lackluster build.
yeah,
Personally, I'd have Charlotte and Rhea night one, because let's be honest, night one's kind of like the pre-show, quote unquote, to Mania night two, and I'd have Asuka and Bianca open night two.
dude,
I feel like if they would have turned Asuka heel from the jump and built it from there could be like an argument like maybe they should main event. But as far as now, I'd say have both the women's title matches open it so that way people are they're still setting a bar for the rest of the show.
let the
And
women
don't get
set the
lost in
bar
the
for
rest of the card.
WrestleMania. Let them go out there, let them cook for a good 18 to 20 minutes for those matches and really
Because
show
we don't have
that they
any
can
doubt
actually
that
do
they'll
something.
cook. It's just
Yes.
the story is not being built like it should.
Yeah,
The fact that
yeah.
Bianca and Asuka resorted to can they coexist tonight against a team of Dewdrop or Piper Niven now and
When they
Chelsea
hit that
Green
shit, oh
is
my god.
terrible, bro. Like
As soon as it happened, I was like, Asuka
con-
better fucking
I
spit in
thought
her
the
face.
Kana character was all about being a fucking killer. This is not
And
a
it
killer.
is too.
There's no threat for Asuka. If honestly, right
See,
now,
what I
I'm
think
on
it
Bianca's
is,
side. And I want Bianca to lose the
I
title.
think they're
I'm on
trying to
Bianca's
ease
side right
into
now.
the Kana character. That's what I think it is. I think they don't want to go just like jumping into the deep end because, and you know, I hate to sound IWC and shit, but like the casual fans there are mainly families with their kids who don't know Kana. So if you just
Right.
off the wall jump in with like a, oh look at this psycho killer who spits blue mist and tries to kick your favorite's head off,
Yeah.
it might go mixed. So I get that they're easing into it, but I wish they would have ramped it up a little heavier. Like when last week, when Asuka had Bianca's title, was like, no, I'm not giving it back. When she handed it over, she should have spit the mist in her face and kicked her head off right then and there.
Yeah. Just do something.
That would have been a sight to
or
see.
at least if you're gonna hand the title off to Bianca again, tug on it a little bit. Really feel like, all right, yeah, you know, this is a. You might be losing this pretty soon, you know. So like, just do something.
Like
There's nothing.
you're just keeping us warm for me. I hope you know that.
Yeah, there's just nothing there. And don't even get me started on Charlotte and Rhea because while that little brawl on Friday was a pretty good starter,
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Like, that's like 3 weeks from now. Like,
Yeah, we should have gotten that from the jump, from that
you could have
first
started
promo
that.
where
You could
Rhea
have
came to
started with
SmackDown.
that, and then you could have done stuff going into now. Like, not much is happening. So, like, and it's not the thing. And people, I want you guys to preface this. We're not being fucking sexist. I got called a sexist earlier on yesterday because apparently I just don't want women to be in the main event of WrestleMania. It's not being called sexist. I'm trying to actually tell you guys that fucking stories matter. They don't have stories.
If anything, we're doing it. How do I say this without it sounding like a frat boy? We're doing it for the women because if you put them on in the main event and you haven't built their story, you know what's going to happen. People are going to shit on the women,
going to be
and then we're back at
nobody's
square
gonna care.
one. Like here, I'll say this. I'll say this about Tony. I shit on Tony Khan all the time, right, about his women's booking. But I'll say
every
this.
day. I get it every day.
Tony Khan will not dare put a women's match in a main event if I have a good story building up to it.
The only women's match in AEW that was really like a true main event and a main event type feel was Thunder Rosa and Brooke Baker at St. Patrick's Day Slam, mainly because of the fact that it absolutely deserved it. It deserved it.
That was fire. That was so good.
And it was absolutely fucking well deserved because Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker put on a fucking banger on that show, and that story deserved it. And we got a great champion being crowned at the end of that in Thunder.
Yeah. Which was, and let's be honest, again, we have to be neutral about this, y'all. Because imagine, let's stick on that real quick. Imagine if Tony said, "Oh, Tony Storm versus Saraya versus Jamie Hayter is going to main event Revolution." You know how fast they would shit on Tony and those women because there's no story? Keep the same energy for WWE. Y'all know damn well y'all would shit on Charlotte, Rhea, Bianca, and Asuka if their matches were put in the main event and there's no true build to their story. And Phil can attest to this. From the jump, when they first talked about it, Charlotte and Rhea main eventing, you were against it. I was like, well, no. When she chose Charlotte instead of Bianca, I tried to vouch for it. I was like, there is a story there, Charlotte beat Rhea. Rhea's holding that grudge. This is her chance to prove herself, get back, and dethrone Charlotte. But they barely capitalized on it. They did not truly build it.
That.
And now they're making me look like an idiot. Because I was going there swinging home runs for these motherfuckers, and they're leaving me in the dugout.
See, the thing is, dude, I understand the story that you were trying to tell me, because that's a legit story, but they never fucking told us that.
They are.
They never fucking told us that. They never told us that.
She just mentioned it tonight. Tonight, I think is either the first or second time she's mentioned it in this 2+ month long build.
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's also the thing that I just did not understand about Rhea Ripley winning the Rumble. That was easily the right decision, but you don't even have her really talk about anything on Monday Night Raw. You just have her go on the Raw after the Rumble saying, "Oh yeah, well you're just gonna have to find out." And then on Friday, that same Friday, you have her pick Charlotte. I thought the whole fucking point was to go to Monday Night Raw, talk about your Raw Women's Champion at the time, Bianca Belair, do the pros and do the cons about having her possibly choosing Bianca Belair, then go to Friday, do the pros and cons about talking about Charlotte, do the whole thing with Charlotte Flair going over there with WrestleMania 36, do the whole thing, and then the next week you put those two in matches, have Rhea Ripley sit at commentary, talk with the commentators about, her possible WrestleMania opponents, and then just continue to build the anticipation on who Rhea Ripley is going to choose at WrestleMania, and then whenever they want to pull the trigger, fucking attack them. Do something. You have her in the fucking Judgment Day for a fucking reason. Use that.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I'm going to go on record. Phil, you were right. Now that I think about it, it should all be flipped. Rhea should have challenged Bianca, because then with the Judgment Day, you can get the Profits involved, so they have a storyline too.
There you go.
Then you still do the chamber match, but it's to determine Charlotte's contender. And then when Asuka wins, there is a story there, because Charlotte's the one that beat Asuka's undefeated streak at Mania.
Thank you.
So you have two legitimate stories that can be built up there.
And Asuka could bring the comic character
on your part.
And Asuka could bring the comic character saying, "Oh yeah, I was a different Asuka back then. Now I'm a fucking killer Asuka right now. I'm bringing this kind of shit, and I'm actually gonna beat your ass at WrestleMania." That's the way it should have been. And I said that since fucking day one.
Shayna Baszler eliminate everybody. Like she's the only one eliminating people in that damn thing.
Dude. Sometimes I actually just don't talk out of my ass. I know what I'm talking about, but sometimes it just doesn't. It doesn't always.
Somebody just commented that too. Chris Kane, Priest no Mania match, dead weight match. I think that's kind of a travesty that Priest does not have a Mania match.
See, the thing is,
That is very disheartening.
When it came to Damian Priest, and I'm actually glad you brought that up, mainly because of the fact that when the whole Dominic thing was happening, and Santos was getting into the mix, I thought it was going to be Santos and Rey versus Dominic and Damian, because I thought obviously Damian was going to be in some way, shape, or form a part of WrestleMania. But obviously that's not the case that we're going to have Dom versus Rey at WrestleMania. Because I thought when Santos got into the mix, it has to be for a fucking reason. There's just no reason why Santos is going to be a part of this, and he's just not going to be involved. But I thought it was going to be a tag match because I didn't think they thought that Dom was ready for that big singles match against his father at a WrestleMania. So I thought a tag team match. It's not too bad. Yeah. It's not too bad of an idea, and it honestly gets Damian a WrestleMania, like, caliber match there. But they are going to go with the singles match. I just hope Damian at least is somewhere with, maybe
here's what I would do.
Joins Finn, or just is with Dom.
I feel like he's going to join Dominic, because I told it to y'all in our group chat, and I think I said it somewhere else. Because Ray, most recently, Ray still denied the match, right? But you know what he did do? He asked that Dominic is there when he gets inducted. He wants him by his side. Who's inducting Ray? Conan, who is basically like a second father to Ray. So what I would have happen at the Hall of Fame ceremony, Ray's doing his speech, right? It looks like it's going good. Ray gets towards the end, and then you just see Conan get thrown out onto the stage, a bloody Conan. And who comes out? Dominic and Damian.
Dominic, yeah.
The thing is, I want Dominic to look like he orchestrated the whole thing. He didn't even touch Conan. He had Damian beat the shit out of Conan. He looks at Ray. So you still want to say no? And then at the Mania, Damian tries to get involved. And hell, pop for the old heads in the crowd. Conan starts putting a pause on Damian. Everybody wins.
Yeah, something has to happen.
That happened.
dude. Something's happening at the Hall of Fame speech. I mean, it's just going.
It's got to. Either Ray's getting attacked or Conan's getting attacked. Personally, if I was Triple H, I'd go the Conan route, because I feel like it gouges more reaction.
Yeah.
Because you're probably expecting Ray to get attacked. That's why I would swerve it and go with Conan. Or if you really want to be bad about it, have Dominic attack his mama. Really force Ray's hand. Because Dominic mentioned it tonight. He said the family blocked me on everything. And he said, maybe I can talk to mom and get her to get you to accept it. Have Dominic go fully fucking rogue, full Randy Orton, attack his mama. Ray has no choice at that point but to accept the match. Because if he doesn't, Ray's a baby back bitch who just let his wife get assaulted by his son. I think that is a perfect route.
That's fucking wild, and that is
be edgy.
That is legitimately like PG-14 type shit.
I'm gonna say, if it was like Attitude Era, Vince would not hesitate. He'd be like,
"Oh no, he'd be doing that wrong."
He'd be like, "Hit her with a fucking steel chair right now."
He'd be doing that wrong. That's fine. Are you fucking kidding me?
As soon as Ray said no the first time, Dominic's like, "All right, bow." Immediately attack the mama.
Nah, but there's a lot of stuff that could happen with WrestleMania. I mean, the whole women's stuff. I mean, now I had that right from the jump, and it should have always been that way. The Rey Mysterio and Dominic stuff, that's going to be great regardless whether that is a singles match or they actually do go the tag team route. Whatever happens there. That's going to be cool.
Here's the thing, though.
But yeah, what's up?
I know it has to happen, but it's going to suck to see it. Dominic has to win that match.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
He has to win it.
I have no problem with Dominic. For sure.
Somebody said, Chris said, have Alea return and turn on Ray.
Oh my god.
Imagine both his kids turning on that.
Aaliyah
Answer phone
returning,
is
Aaliyah returning, joining with Dominic would be fucking
that's
cold.
no. Do it a step further. I'm gonna go rogue again. Have his mama cost Ray the match. Have Angie cost Ray the match.
Every member of the Mysterio family just joins Judgment
Just
Day,
turns
just
on Ray.
leaves Ray alone.
Right. You should have moved
Ray has no
earlier.
choice but to just like go into hiding at that point.
No,
'Cause what the fuck?
Ray would have to legitimately introduce the whole LWO again and get Andrade to join into the mix because Andrade is just gone and dead in AEW.
Nah, cause yeah, everybody got to get their ass beat at that point. Everybody.
To fucking bring in the Lucha Bros for like a one time only. Just
Chris,
legitimately
Chris,
everybody
hold
in
on to that
Lucha,
comment. We
just
will
fucking
address
go.
that soon when we get to that part of the show. Because I do like what you said. Yeah, we will get to that soon.
All right, well then hold on to that comment because I can't see anything. Um, but um, but yeah, yeah, we'll definitely get through the other stuff here. But yeah, it was easily just something that should have happened with the women. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that Dominic and Ray stuff. But then we had a non-title matchup here with the United States Champion Austin Theory taking on Montez Ford. This was a really good match. Montez is fucking killing it, as we all know. The guy is fucking phenomenal. Austin Theory. I saw that. I finally saw that new entrance. Austin Theory now has like this new entrance where like the camera's panning around him and like there's like the whole freaking the pyro thing and like it's a shadow like illuminating in the WrestleMania sign. It looks fucking sick. Um, they actually debuted it last week on Monday Night Raw when I was in Rhode Island. But my dumbass was out getting food and I missed the fucking entrance.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, you know, I saw it tonight and it looks fucking sick. So and it's not like I'm not gonna be able to see Austin Theory again as WWE's Raw will be coming to Hartford in like a few 2 to 3 months. So I'll be going to that again. But
I'll say this.
but it's crazy.
Can somebody pass me a plate? Cause obviously these boys were cooking tonight.
Yeah, no,
These somebody guys get me a plate, cause damn.
These guys were really killing tonight. I liked this match was really good. Austin Theory picked up the win here. Obviously,
clean also
just clean here too.
2 back-to-back weeks of clean victories.
Montez Ford did fantastic here. And I said this earlier on Twitter. If things were different, and WWE could not get John Cena to face Austin Theory at WrestleMania because they were actually supposed to do it at SummerSlam, but they pushed it to WrestleMania. If things were different and John Cena was not able to make it to WrestleMania, Montez Ford would be my guy to go to WrestleMania to face Austin Theory.
Yeah,
no doubt of fucking.
Yeah, and whether it's Montez or Cena, Austin needs to drop that title in Mania. Not because he's a bad champion, but because I believe it'll help build his character and take it to another level. I forgot what video it was I saw, but they said Austin needs to lose this because then, I don't want to push it that far, but they said next year's Mania they want Austin to retire Cena, hold that grudge for a year like Cena did with his loss to The Rock, and have him retire Cena. Would I have it hold on a year till Mania? No. I'd probably do it SummerSlam, but there's reports that Cena's supposed to face Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So if that gets scrapped, have Austin Theory retire Cena at SummerSlam. But either way, he's got to drop that title in Mania.
The thing is, when it was all coming down to things, it was supposed to be John Cena and Austin Theory at SummerSlam this past year, or this past SummerSlam, and it was actually going to be John Cena versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania this year. But obviously things kind of went sideways. Whatever happened, and then we got John Cena and Austin Theory at WrestleMania. now we got Seth and Logan here in Mania 2. So, honestly, to me, the backup plan of Cena and Austin at Mania with Logan and Rollins at WrestleMania, this was the better plan. Plan B was actually better than Plan A to me. So I was fine with it.
Also,
with the goats.
goat, fucking goat. But also speaking on that back, like I said, Theory needs to drop it, and the reason why, well, I gave the reason why, but to further support that, it's like Bully Ray says, you don't have to go over to get over, and I think in this loss, Austin Theory will get over.
Yes, I definitely, I actually heard that episode too. I actually heard that on the way to work, and now
I will say this, that quote sticks with me like so long because like it's so fucking good. When
it is actually really true. I don't usually agree with Bully Ray all that often, but when he actually said that line, when he said that line actually hit. That line actually hit, and that line actually hit really true, because you really don't have to win all the time in order to get over. You really don't. Look at Seth Rollins.
Exactly.
Seth Rollins has lost so many feuds over the last few years.
He loses all the time.
He loses all the time. But the guy's fucking over.
Fucking over.
The guy's fucking over, and the thing is also, you don't
LA
have
Knight
to have
also,
a fucking
I hate to
championship.
say it, but when's the last time he had a win on the main roster? But
I
he's
don't
still
think he actually has had one
nuclear
yet.
over. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
I mean,
But
trust
he's still
me.
over.
I mean, trust me. Xavier Woods did not need to win on Friday, but did he fucking win? Yeah, I don't know why, but he did.
There's another one. Bray Wyatt, he always lost, but he still ran to stay over. When he had the scene, when he had the Eater World, he was always losing, yet he stayed over.
Well, Bray, they fucked him. They fucked him up royally multiple times. But yeah, I mean, it's true. You don't always have to win all the time in order to get over. And if Cena does actually win at WrestleMania, not only will I be a happy guy, but the fact of the matter is we would have that John Cena U.S. Open Challenge again on that Raw.
Shit! I'm getting excited just thinking about who's gonna be his first challenger on that Raw after Mania. Like, the goosebumps.
But and I will say this. If Theory does beat Cena at WrestleMania, and I do say that if, what Cena did say in that promo will reign true, and he'll have to go out there all alone.
Lose everything.
He'll have to go out there all alone and explain to everybody how the fuck you're actually going to be able to come back from this. Because even if you win,
beat
you will lose.
You essentially just retired everybody's hero and beat him. You're an asshole now. You're a fucking asshole.
It's going to be big regardless, and I'm telling you right now, the Raw after WrestleMania is going to be huge. I still have that prediction of Jay White debuting on the Raw after WrestleMania. Could it be for that U.S. Championship Open Challenge? I would fucking love that. But, regardless, I still see that happening. And we'll see where things go. But if it actually does happen and Theory actually does beat Cena, it's gonna be a long night for Theory. I'll tell him that right now.
I'll say this: those boos might be a long shot. They might rival the boos Roman got after beating Taker.
I could imagine.
See, Roman couldn't even say what he wanted to say for it. He couldn't even say his line.
I could imagine that. Imagine that for sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Theory,
if Theory can handle that, fucking good on him.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But let's be clear here. The Theory that we see now, is like 100,000 times better and miles ahead of the Theory that we saw when he was protecting an egg for Vince McMahon.
That shit. Don't even remind me about that bald
Well,
ass
dude,
bitch.
I'm telling you right now, it's miles ahead from what we had then to now.
God.
It's
I blame
fucking
all that on The Rock.
The Rock.
Don't ask me why, but I blame it on him.
Of course. It's all fucking Dwayne's fault. Just fuck Dwayne, I guess. So, speaking of Theory, though, Theory attempted a count down before he counters it into a DDT. Fucking spiked him on that DDT. Theory then rolled out of the ring to recover before it hit a somersault senton and stuck the landing, like, on his feet. Fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Ford then got Theory back into the ring, goes to the top rope, and Theory avoids a frog splash and hits a Rolling Thunder dropkick. I fucking love that dropkick.
I love that fucking move. When he hit that shit on Brock in the chamber, I'm not gonna lie. For that hot moment, I truly thought he was gonna fucking beat Brock. I really thought Brock was gonna give this kid the rub. I was
the Rolling Thunder
ready for it too.
Is beautiful.
So fucking gorgeous.
Theory then hit the A-Town down on Montez Ford for the win, and that was how he got the 1, 2, 3. So Austin Theory then says to Montez Ford he does not believe in him, and now he does. As John Cena, he doesn't ask John Cena, he doesn't believe in him either, but at WrestleMania, he will. Theory's eyes looked swollen, and it was actually looking like he had a lot of blood going into those eyes. So it definitely looked like he was cooking, but he might have been cooking a little too hard. With a little too much heat.
The grease was popping.
With a little too much heat there. But Austin Theory and Montez, they killed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah, that's what MJF had. Yeah.
So it definitely looked like he at least popped some kind of blood vessel or something, because it definitely looked pretty bad, but not as bad as MJF, because MJF, he looked like he legitimately got killed.
He looked like a dead body was resurrected.
Terrible. But I will say, that 4 pillars fatal 4-way at Double or Nothing, that's gonna be fucking heat, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise, bro. 4 pillars.
Oh, no, he cooked their asses.
Yeah.
He said, you had Sting, you had Jericho, you had fucking Christian. I didn't need anybody to get me over. I was like, God damn.
I mean, he's not technically wrong, but when you also...
He's not wrong.
He's not technically wrong, but you had Jericho when they were doing that whole thing. I mean, you had Wardlow. You had Wardlow basically protecting your ass every single second until he turned on your ass. But regardless, he actually really wasn't all that true. It was definitely something to witness, and all the insults that MJF did to everybody was legitimately like top notch. But that fatal 4-way is going to be fantastic. There's a lot of 4s signifying in that, because it's the 4 pillars. It's the 4th year of AEW. It's the 4th Double or Nothing in the event, and I think there's a lot of 4s signifying on all of that. So like it's all coming together there. So who knows? But we'll talk about that on Wednesday, because I mean there's a lot of stuff heading into Wednesday Dynamite for sure. But Roman Reigns is backstage with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. The Usos come in there, and Reigns says that it wasn't the greatest start for the show tonight. Jimmy says that nothing could hurt him more than being torn from his brother, and he'll never forgive Sami Zayn for that. He's done at WrestleMania, and Reigns says that he hopes so.
I like that little tease. The way he made it seem like he was about to blame Roman for that shit.
Yes.
And he even paused on it too. He was like, "Oh, never forgive Sammy." And I was like, "Oh, you cheeky bastard! You cheeky bastard!"
He wanted to blame Roman, but he didn't want to get his ass.
He says that he's not going to be sitting there and being blamed for it, So I'm not going to I'm not going to I'm not going to forgive Sami for that, which was very. I'm like I saw that pause. I
I see
saw
what you're
that
doing there.
pause
I
that you
saw that.
did.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm calling it right now.
I know
The
this was great.
Usos are gonna be the reason. I'm calling it right now. The Usos are gonna be the reason Roman loses at WrestleMania.
Mm. I'm gonna
Ah,
counteract that. I'm gonna counteract that. I feel like the Usos won't even be involved in the match because I feel like a variable C is going to be the reason why Roman retains. And when we get to the Roman Cody segment tonight, I'll reveal who that variable is that I believe it to be.
Cody did a lot of things right in that promo. So did Roman. Both of them did
Oh
really
yeah.
well. But man, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
So after a commercial break, because Reigns told everybody to leave except for Jey. They were all just they were sitting down on the couches, and Reigns says it's been a minute since he's seen him. Jey disappears and then wants to make all the decisions. Is Jey still a part of the bloodline? Are they still family? Jey says that he is bloodline and he is with Roman Reigns. Reigns says that he hopes so, and he will see him later on tonight. As Jey gets up, Reigns holds his arm and says, I love you, and then Jey leaves. Jey was very
I'm glad it made
hesitant
me tear
in
up a little.
much of that.
Roman is very manipulative.
He is the most manipulative bastard I've ever fucking
But the
seen.
thing is, dude,
He's on
that's
his
what
own.
fucking makes this work so well.
So fucking good. Like,
You know what I think is that better? I think this time around, Roman is the one being manipulated by Jey.
I
I
like
think
I
it's mutual, but a little bit more on Jay's part now.
yeah. I,
Like, I feel like Roman has
I think
some
he's manipulated.
genuineness in him now, just like a tad bit. Like that, I love you. I think that was genuine. I think he really thought he almost lost Jay to the traitors in his eyes, and I think he's like just a little bit genuinely glad that his cousin is on his side, at least for now.
See, here's the thing with me. I don't fucking acknowledge the man. But the fact of the matter is, when you have a storyline such as good as this, you
Mm.
can't help but love every
He makes
single
it hard as
fucking
fuck.
detail. Every
They make it
detail
so hard
about
to
this story from top to bottom has just been perfect. And I went back and watched the entire fucking thing. I watched every single defense since, like, up until this point. And yes, I fucking do my research when it comes to this shit too, because this story is the best since the Yes Movement. Um, maybe even prior to that, to some people, but
You,
like,
you know how good it was? Zay technically, for a millisecond, acknowledged Roman tonight. I damn near threw my phone when I saw that tweet.
yeah, no,
That's how good this story is. I
it
said, what?
it's insane.
he's
Like,
the number one.
a lot of the people that don't even like Roman are loving every single second of this, mainly because of the fact the acting is so damn well in this. Everybody is doing their fucking part, and the fact of the matter is, this storyline is gonna go down as the best
Mm-hmm.
storyline in this generation, bar none.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's not even comparable at this
Yes.
point.
And
Everything
I'll
about
say
this is
this
fantastic.
also.
I'm telling you,
We all know Roman is most likely, if he drops those titles, he's most likely taking a vacation, going to spend time with his wife and kids. Deservedly so, because the way I see it, the man beat cancer. At that
Yes.
point, everything is precious to you now. So he'll take that vacation, deservedly so. I don't think it's far fetched to say that after Cody celebrates with the titles and everything, if Roman's like just sitting in that ring, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that we will hear, "Thank you,
we're
Roman."
gonna hear it. We're gonna hear it.
Because
Yeah.
no, even if you hate his guts, you have to acknowledge the fact that for the past 3 years, the storyline this man and his family have been putting on, like, shit, man.
And the
Even
thing
when we
is,
thought it was getting stale, even when we thought it was getting stale, they added Sami Zayn to the mix, and
they,
it's
they
like, oh,
revitalized it
okay.
with the Sami Zayn stuff, and it made it
And
even
I'll say
better.
this: Sammy brought out a new side of Roman.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
made
Oh
that
my
nigga
God. Yes.
funnier.
Yes.
Boy, Roman and
Yes.
Sammy backstage eating that popcorn. I still love that scene.
Yes. Like, dude.
If they still had slammies out there, Bloodline's taking all the slammies. I just want you to know
Every
that.
single one. Every
Yeah.
Every
single
single
one.
fucking
Dude.
slammy.
Dude. Every single fucking one. But I will say this. At the start of this whole thing, Roman turned heel because WWE had fucking nothing to lose. No fans were in attendance. So they turned him heel. They put him with Paul Heyman saying, you know what? Let's just fucking try it. Who knows what could happen? And then
That's why it's so scary to think about. What if the pandemic never happened? What if they had this motherfucker face Goldberg?
here's the
Where
thing.
would we be now?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm telling you guys this right now, and I don't care what anybody says. I might even clip this for TikTok. So TikTok, get ready.
Oh shit.
If it wasn't for the pandemic era, we would have never seen the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
I agree.
We would have never seen it.
I'll take it a step further. Usos, I think, would be fine. They're still doing the Uso penitentiary shit, but we probably would have never seen Solo get called up. At least not right now. Would have never seen Sammy leave that great liberator character. We don't even know where KO would be right now.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll take it another step further.
We would have definitely not seen Paul Heyman. That's a different story for.
Because I don't want to say Cody returned just because of Bloodline, because obviously he didn't, but you know it was at least a factor.
We know for a fact that Roman Reigns would not be locked in with Paul Heyman right now if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Oh.
They had nothing to lose during the pandemic because nobody was there. So we're like, you know what? We're just gonna try shit, see if it sticks. And obviously it stuck because we're here 3 years later. But like, if it wasn't for the pandemic, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns would not really have been a thing.
And that is scary to think about.
Yeah, we still be with the big dog. It's big. What's my call you say all the time?
It's the big dog.
Being it that it's his yard now or whatever, the big dog. Yeah, the whole thing. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, the pandemic fucking sucked. But
for
in
wrestling?
terms of actual stories, dude,
shit,
it fucking helped a lot. And honestly, it made all professional wrestling appreciate the fans that much more, even if they fucking hate our guts. Because I know they fucking hate our guts most of the time. Yeah. But
this is our I don't want to say our Austin Rock, but this is our McMahon storyline for sure.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff went good. So we actually then went on to these showcase matches. They were talking about the showcase matches, and instead of fucking doing qualifying matches, like apparently we're just doing with the women, we're just announcing all these fuckers for the men. And honestly, here's the thing though: the four teams that they actually chose for the showcase, this is gonna fucking slap.
It is.
But
the only part I'm not gonna like is the fact that Valhalla's there.
I'm still standing by my fucking fact though that if it's not for fucking something, why? I'm sorry, but I'll still stand by that.
To be fair though, I think they announced the names because the men have actual tag teams. Meanwhile, the women they only have like fucking damage control. So they have
the women only have one team. One team.
I would say there's only really 4 men's tag teams. If you think about it, I don't see any other tag teams in the whole roster.
The women only
The only one
have
not
one
on there is
team
New Day.
qualified.
They got the Hit Row, the Lotharios.
I'm gonna look
I
up.
meant main roster tag teams, not catering tag teams.
I'm gonna look up WWE main roster tag teams right now, and we'll see what we got here. Okay, so Street Profits, I think they're actually in it, right? They're in that match.
Street Profits, Alpha Academy, Viking Raiders, Strowman, and Ricochet.
Okay.
They
So
need
we
a
have
name. They need a name.
Big Bald and Small Bald. I'm telling you right now, it's that. I love you too, but man, it's legitimately that. So we got the Street Profits, we got the Alpha Academy. You can do anything from the Judgment Day, but the Judgment Day tag team is Damien and Dom.
Yeah.
You got the OC, so basically Gallows and Anderson. That.
Yeah. Where have they been?
Because AJ is injured, so
AJ's injured, so
I hope that catering is good.
AJ's injured, so in storyline, the Gallows and Anderson are two.
They just all had the same injury. We all broke our ankle.
I mean, technically, you do have the maximum male models. I'm just saying, it's Marseille and Montois. You know, as a tag team.
That's true.
Apparently, from what I'm getting here, Shelton and Cedric are listed as a tag team.
Well, they are supposed to be
and that's it for Monday Night Raw, other than the women. Now for the SmackDown, you got Hit Row, Imperium. I would have loved to see Imperium in this. Why don't we have Imperium in this?
Legato. The other guy.
Los Lotharios, obviously the Usos, but they're in their thing with the Sami and KO. Brawling Bruce with Butch and I was gonna say Reginald. Ridge. New Day. And then the Viking Raiders. Apparently, Sheamus and Drew are still a tag team. That's what's listed here. But they won't be anymore. And then that's it. So yeah, I mean, we actually do have a pretty good tag team division, but they just chose the 4.
Oh, well, shit.
I would have chosen either Imperium, the Bruce, or Legato over the Smelly Boys. Viking Raiders.
I mean, I like the Viking Raiders. I think the Viking Raiders. You know what? Here's the thing for me. This is a fucking make or break thing for the Viking Raiders. If the Viking Raiders actually don't fucking make it slap here, like, on that WrestleMania showcase, I'm sorry to say this, but when that whole cuts thing comes around after WrestleMania, I'm gonna probably be scared for the Viking Raiders. I love those guys, but they just haven't hit since coming back.
You know what?
I'm tired of seeing Sarah Rose smelly looking ass on my screen.
Sarah Rose. No, don't be doing Sarah Logan like that. Don't be doing Sarah Logan.
I'm tired of seeing her on my screen.
If the
Got her nasty old feet out there every week. Ugh.
Don't be doing Sarah Logan like that. She's actually really good. They just got her in a shit gig.
If the Viking Raiders did give it, I don't think it'll be a blessing in disguise. But if you're saying War Machine at Ring of Honor or NXT, these dudes can go.
Oh yeah, no.
So
that's the thing, dude. When you got called up during NXT at that time, you're good as fucking dead on the main roster. So that's what happened. And that's what happened to the Viking Raiders, sadly. So it is what it is, but you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah. Adam Pearce, you fucking had your chance, bro. Adam Pearce had his fucking chance tonight. Talk about like, oh yeah, what they could get with these showcase matches, and then fucking Chelsea Green comes out of nowhere, beats a Karen, and just talks about her trying to get into women's one, but I doubt she's even gonna be there. So I mean, honestly, that's exactly what came up next. Adam Pearce was backstage with Byron, talking about the WrestleMania showcase matches. Chelsea Green tapped on his shoulder and said, "Hey, where's my spot in this?" And Adam Pearce is like, "Chelsea, again, I'm the manager. You don't actually have to talk to some manager because I am the manager and I'm still finalizing the teams." He's like, "Well, oh, you're still finalizing? Well, Carmelo's not here for whatever reason. So here's my new tag team partner." Piper Niven comes in. She's like, "Yeah, she's gonna help me get into this women's showcase match. So get me into the match." Pierce says he's trying to determine all the rest of the people in the match, and Green says that she will block him on social media and tag WWE for negligence. And then she just storms off. I don't care what anybody says. Chelsea Green actually makes this fucking work.
I don't know how, but she's making it work, and it's so funny.
She's making it work. It's funny, and it is what it is. But I actually do want to see her in the ring. I know a lot of people don't really care for her to be in the ring all that much. But if you actually look at her previous experience and what she has done in the pro wrestling business, she's actually really fucking good. She's good. But they're just gonna put her in these 5-minute matches that really don't mean anything. But yeah, she's a Karen, and it's working out. And I fucking heard you, Corey Graves, because you were actually about to say Karen, but then you stopped yourself and you said Chelsea instead. So I fucking heard you. But yeah, no, she's making it work. If she's in the showcase match, good for her, honestly. But I don't think she will be. Honestly, I thought that's what this whole thing with Bianca and Asuka thing was about. If Bianca and Asuka win, they don't get in. But if they were actually able to beat Asuka and Bianca tonight, they would get into the showcase. I thought that's actually what was supposed to happen, but that obviously was not the case. Because can they coexist? That was the story. Fucking disgusting. Next match though. Oh wait, no. Before that, we had a fucking video package for this Omos and Brock Lesnar match. I don't give a shit about the match. But they actually did a pretty damn good job with that video.
Honestly, that shit, it got me hyped, low key. It got me hyped.
Like, I don't give a shit about the match. Say what you want about the
WWE,
video package,
but their production team is unmatched when it comes to video packages.
For sure.
God damn, I got intrigued by that shit.
They're the best in the business when it comes to actually making video packages. For sure. I don't give a shit about the match, but the video package actually did make me look. I'm like, alright. So you can do something like this with that. But then all of a sudden you just, the story of the match is an F5. Make it something about this. Like,
I think the story's gonna be if he can get him on one F5.
Well, that is. I'm just throwing it to an F5 because I really don't give a shit about the match. But this video package actually made it work. But I don't know. We'll see. Almost took on Positive Mustafa. He fucking got squashed. A minute. Almost. With the win.
Johnny. Poor Johnny.
I saw Almost get to the ring. I'm like, alright, who's he gonna face? And then I heard Mustafa's music. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm so sorry, Johnny. I thought of Johnny as soon as it happened. I'm like, no, Johnny.
I don't know who's the podcast, but when he lost his face, he was so disappointed.
As soon as I heard Mustafa's music, I'm like, oh fuck, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Mr. Mania will reign. Mr. Mania, we'll get it. We'll get Mr. Mania.
Yeah, it was a minute. It was quick. At least it was quick. At least Almost didn't just like do 20 minutes just to fucking get to Johnny. It was a minute, it was quick, it was done, over with, get it done. Almost with the win. MVP got on the mic and said that the Nigerian giant fears no man, animal, or beast, Brock will learn to fear the Nigerian giant at WrestleMania. Very, paint by numbers promo, but at the end of the day, that's what this feud is. So, we then had the Logan Paul Impulsive TV segment. And this was actually really fucking good. I don't listen to Impulsive podcast. I don't listen to that. People actually have been telling me that I should. I don't know why.
There were some funny clips from. I don't know if you've seen the clip of Cody Rhodes on there, and when they asked him who.
Oh, the Lana Rhodes thing? Lana Rhodes? Yes.
Bro, that shit was so funny. He's like, so your family, Dusty Rhodes, go Dusty Rhodes, and Lana Rhodes, and Cody's like,
the porn star?
I don't think we're related, bro.
Like,
so many people thought he was serious, bro. They're like, this is why you need to do your research before you interview people. I was like, bro, it's a fucking joke. He even said a minute later, oh yeah, Mikey used to date her. That's why he's making a joke. They literally explained it was a joke.
Anything that's Cody Rhodes related, I actually watch for whatever reason. People think I'm that much of a mark for that, but I'm like, well, of course it's Cody, so I'm watching it.
Like,
but then I saw
Cody
that
on
clip.
the Tonight Show. Guess where I'm watching?
Oh, dude, he would fucking kill it on the Tonight Show. You kidding me? Oh my god.
I want to see him do Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts with James Corden. I'd love to see Cody on that.
Dude,
I fucking love that.
Dude,
know what? I want to see Roman on that shit too, and Seth. I want to see so many fucking WWE superstars on that shit.
They would
I feel like that shit would be so good. I can see right now, Roman Reigns, rank your cousins in order from best to worst.
They would all fucking do it.
I just want to see what he says. He goes, Dwayne's last since he didn't want to fight me.
But yeah, that's just, that would be incredible. They did the whole WWE Backlash promo packages and everything like that. You can get combo tickets for SmackDown and the Backlash, so that's cool. So if you're going to San Juan, Puerto Rico, good for you. But I mean,
I wish. God damn.
But yeah, that's happening over there. Logan Paul made his way to the ring. Corey Graves says that Paul is, quote, Puerto Rico's favorite son. No, that's not true. I think Bad Bunny has something to say about that. Paul says that St. Louis. I forgot the fact that we were in St. Louis, Missouri tonight. Like, for what? I don't know.
As soon as they mentioned that, all I could think about was Randy.
Yeah,
Randy. I was like, if that motherfucker comes out, I swear to God.
I'm like, why the fuck are we in St. Louis 2 weeks before WrestleMania? Like, dude. But, so Paul greets St. Louis and says, welcome to Impulsive. Paul then says that Seth freaking Rollins mentioned that he's not welcome in their house, but that's too bad. The crowd then loudly booed at him. Paul says that the reality is he doesn't need to be here. Paul made his millions off his name and brand. He is in WWE because he loves it, but people don't love him. Only two people love him in this arena, his father and a kid at ringside who had, I think, a Prime sign or whatever, or a Prime drink in his hand, whatever. Something Prime. Okay, so he said that he loved the kid. No matter how many times he gets on the microphone for their entertainment, and how many superstars that he beats, they'll never respect him. It's not his fault that these dorks don't understand the talent that they see right before him. He's a 360-degree entertainer There's not a person on this roster that he can't compete with, and Paul says that he is that damn good. And honestly, I'm not going to be lying to you guys. With the way Logan Paul has actually performed in the ring, with the likes of Roman Reigns, Miz, and Mysterio, all this stuff, he's shown that he can fucking hang in this business. Now, I know there are a ton of other people that he has not beaten, and there are people that are that are obviously better than him in the ring. But he can fucking hang, and he can go. I mean, I'm not gonna say
just
like
think
he's a
about it.
future fucking Hall of Famer or anything like that, but Jesus
He
Christ,
took
he
Roman
fucking
Reigns to the fucking limit.
yes.
A YouTuber did that.
Now that's also due to the fact of how good Roman Reigns is as a worker, and I will
Oh
say
yeah.
that even though I don't acknowledge him, I do have to acknowledge the fact that he fucking he really helped Logan with that match because he's just that damn good of a worker. But Logan Paul is also that second half of that match, so you can't just totally discredit him for that.
Can't have a whole without two halves.
Exactly. So, like,
It takes two to tango.
exactly.
It takes two to tango.
Exactly. So, like, I mean, while he's had amazing people that he's worked with over the courses of his few matches that he's had, you can't discredit the actual work that Logan has put in for himself. Well, I don't like Logan Paul as a person, but as a wrestler, I can totally take that away from what he is as a person.
Same. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a scumbag. But in the ring, he's pretty good.
And
I
here's the
give
thing
him.
that
I
I'm
gotta give
also
credit where
loving
credit's
about Logan Paul in WWE. He's fucking embracing the fact that people fucking hate him. Be the fucking cocky
due.
heel that you are. That's exactly who you are in real life. So fucking bring it in there.
But
You're good.
literally, that's who you are in real life.
It's legitimately who you are in real life. So you might as well just put it out there as a persona on television, and it's working.
He's a cocky dickhead. That's what he should be.
So he's doing it well and he's doing it right, which is all that we can honestly ask for when outsiders come to WWE. And honestly, I can't even call him really an outsider anymore, mainly because of the fact he has brought a lot of mainstream stuff into this.
And Mans has a legit contract too.
Yes, he does,
Yep.
and it's a very lucrative contract. It's with so many dates, and it's a very handsome paying contract, I would imagine as well. So it's it's something. Um, so all power to him, honestly. He's doing his thing. So where so uh so he's that damn good. That's why he doesn't invite anyone on Impulsive TV. He can do it all. Did they really think that any of his celebrity friends will be here in St. Louis? Uh, they can get real. They'll be out of here quicker than the St. Louis Rams.
Damn.
There you go. The crowd then loudly booed for that, as they should have. Paul then apologizes and says that it's the Los Angeles Rams now. Paul is looking forward to joining the Rams in Los Angeles as he battles Seth Rollins on April 1st at WrestleMania. That day
Damn,
is
Sunday night
also
one.
his
Shit.
birthday. What's that, Deontay?
I don't know if the street. I know this. I know that they're not the type of women, but the street couple, they better come out wearing like Rams colors.
Oh yeah,
Nah, they gonna
WWE.
come out wearing Lakers gear, probably.
it's probably
No, Montez.
it could be
That's
Lakers.
a tribute to Kobe.
Oh yeah,
Rams. Seth Rollins gotta be.
probably Seth
Rollins
Rollins
will
would
probably
do
do the
something.
Rams gear, and Profits will probably do Kobe.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely gonna get Los Angeles attires. I mean,
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Prophets came out dressed like Crips and had Snoop Dogg do their entrance
oh
with
my
them.
god, dude.
Honestly, I kind of want that
Yeah,
now. I might have to
yeah,
make them some Crips
yeah.
attire on 2K23 because that shit.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
So, April 1st is also his birthday, so happy birthday to him. He gets to kick someone's ass, he said, which, okay, that's cool, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to be in WWE to do that. You just walk outside, punch somebody in the face on your birthday. I
you
mean,
know, it
you'll get
is what it is.
arrested, but I mean,
Um, so Rollins is the top talent, he says. Paul says that he is honored to share the ring with him. However, he was talking about this with his brother and realized that it's hard to be intimidated by a guy named Seth. Uh, and I definitely saw that clip too. I saw that clip. They actually did that on Impulsive, and I saw a clip of that, which it was fucking
Don't
hilarious
forget the
actually.
Seth, man. The Seth, the Seth Logan. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
So they could have been friends, but now he just wants to knock him out again. They replay Logan knocking Seth Rollins out 2 weeks ago on Raw. Paul then laughs and says, let's actually put some like effort into this replay." And then when they did the punch to um, to Rollins, a clown emoji showed up, and it was a clown like honk of a nose, played as the punch landed. So yeah, so he's like, that's the prettiest thing he's ever seen. Um, Paul was gonna talk on the microphone again, but his microphone died, which fucking karma,
Lol.
bitch.
Lol. Lol.
Seth Rollins then appears on the screen with an audio mixer. He's in the production truck. He's one of the monkeys in the production truck here, and he's like, yeah, oh man, it looks like your audio's gone. It looks like your videos aren't working. It's like, who's doing this? Who's doing this? I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's fucking, you know it, you know it's you. He's like, yeah! Do the fucking laugh. I can't do it. There you go.
He
There you
gets it so well.
go. He's like, yeah, this was an awful edition of Impulsive TV. I'll see you soon. And then he plays his music, and he's like, he's laughing all the way to the ring. He's doing the whole thing. Crowd cheers. He sings his fucking song, and Paul tells the people to shut up as they were singing. Says that they can't keep a football team. Says that they were all tone deaf.
Only one of
Rollins,
those things is true. Two of those things is true.
Rollins then got into the ring,
Definitely
and
the
Paul
tone
says
deaf
that
part
Rollins'
too.
outfit is stupid. Rollins listens to the crowd sings until he just tackles Paul and punches away at him. They brawl. WWE officials and referees try to separate them, but Paul breaks free, tackles each other, goes onto the announce table. Rollins tries to jump off the turnbuckle, and the security team actually pulled Logan Paul off of the announce table, and Rollins diverted and just landed on the security team instead. And then as soon as he
Yeah,
got up,
idiots.
yeah, as soon as they got up, he just fucking got knocked the fuck out by Logan Paul with the one lucky punch.
That's Rollins sells that punch like this. He sells it like he just got hit by a
The,
Mack truck.
okay, the one lucky punch for Logan Paul, it fits him so fucking well because it's a generic pussy ass move, but it works for Logan. But here's the thing that's also working because of that. His opponents sell it like death. Roman sold it like death. Seth is selling it like death. Um, actually, those are the only two people that he's actually hit it
Yeah.
on so far.
And two of the best sellers in the fucking company.
I just realized that Roman was the initial guy to actually get the one lucky punch, but you get what I mean. Whoever has actually got hit with it has really helped that move actually work out for him. So
This is really random,
like,
but it made me think of this. On an episode of Miz TV where Roman's sitting in a chair, Miz is like talking, Roman just reaches over, fucking clocks him in the jaw and knocks him out.
yes.
That's what it reminds me of. So he just goes, bitch.
Rey Mysterio punched Saturday Night in the face.
Bro, that shit was so funny. Oh my god. I can be LA Mysterio.
And the chair folded under him, so he legitimately had to hold on to the corner of the table just to keep himself up and not fall on his ass. Dude, that was so good.
Which made Ray look more like a badass.
Yeah.
If only he could do that to his fucking son.
And he's like, "What the hell do you say to me?"
Okay, you looked up because Ray's short.
This was just all really good though. Logan Paul and Seth Rollins are gonna fucking kill it at WrestleMania, and I don't want to hear anybody else say otherwise. They're gonna fucking.
They are gonna kill it.
Dominic and Johnny Gargano had a match. Not bad. Not bad by any means.
There we go.
It wasn't bad, but I mean, it was kind of. It was short for what it could have been. Dominic fucking Mysterio beat Johnny Gargano, dude.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work.
Dominic just has a history of beating up men with children who should be stronger in his eyes. Because this goes back to Chris's comment from earlier. This is what he said. Speaking of, is Gargano even a man for getting his ass beat by Grayson Waller in front of his wife? I'm not gonna lie. If you beat my ass in front of my wife, I gotta shoot you. You're not leaving that property alive. I'm sorry. You can't. I can't go to sleep knowing you beat my ass in front of my wife and child and got to leave scot-free? Nah, you're going on a t-shirt that night. You're going on a t-shirt. I'm starting a merch line in your honor.
It's the most wanted posters, and I'm putting it all over the fucking milk cartons at the store.
Yep. Cause ain't no way you have to beat my ass in front of my wife. Cause then she ain't gonna want to sleep with me no more.
No, but here's the thing though. Dominic Mysterio beating somebody like a Johnny Gargano just does not fit well. And it just does not work.
It doesn't. Ooh, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, it does. It does not.
And wasn't it clean too, or am I tripping?
It was pretty clean. It was pretty clean.
That's wild.
Gargano lawn darted Mysterio into the turnbuckle and super kicked him for a near fall. Gargano basically can't believe that he actually kicked out of it. Then he put Mysterio onto the top rope, did some punches, and then Mysterio fought off and hit a front superplex. Mysterio then hit a frog splash. Oh, clean as a fucking whistle. Frog splash, 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Wow.
After WrestleMania, man, we gotta get.
I mean, that's a huge win for Dominic. Like, here's the thing, that's a huge win for Dominic. But that doesn't sit right with me. Like, Johnny Gargano, I love Johnny Gargano's back in WWE.
It could be different if Johnny didn't have losses going on the past few weeks.
Yes.
Like, when was his last win? Actually, I think his last one was maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. But I don't know.
I love Johnny Gargano and he's back in WWE, but the man hasn't had anything in quite some time. I obviously know he's doing his thing with Grayson for NXT, for Shawn, but...
After Mania, we need to see Johnny Cage. We need to see Johnny Cage.
Here's the thing with me. I wasn't all in bringing this tag team back so soon, but after WrestleMania, if Ciampa's ready, bring back Ciampa.
D-I-Y.
Yeah, bring it back, have him break up, and have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania 40 next year.
You can do that.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of done with the Ciampa versus Gargano storyline. I feel like it had a perfect ending.
It had a perfect ending for NXT, but it did end in a warehouse and nobody seeing it.
On the main
Except for
roster
people at
at WrestleMania? On the main roster at WrestleMania? 40 next year? But we'll be in.
I mean, here's the thing. And here's the thing that I wanted to see. Because I wanted fucking Austin Theory to lose that fucking United States Championship inside the chamber to Johnny. Johnny was like, I think the first one eliminated. Fucking sucked, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, at least he looked strong when he fucking, I don't know, did a fucking Hurricane Rana off the fucking pod. But that's just me. I wanted Johnny Gargano to win the United States Championship inside the chamber, have Tommaso do like that fucking whole. To me and TJ, you're gonna fucking love this. I want him to fucking do the Undertaker Shawn Michaels bit. Shawn Michaels hiding underneath the fucking floor, get out of the fucking grate, and just fucking super kick or do whatever the fuck he does to Johnny, and just fucking kill him inside the chamber, and then we have Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa for the United States title at WrestleMania this year. I wanted that, bro. I'm sorry. I wanted that, but obviously it didn't happen because Tommaso's just fucking dead. I don't know where he is. I think he's still recovering from his injury, but he's just dead.
He is.
Damn, I have so many fucking plans for WrestleMania, and not a lot of them worked. Not a lot of them worked because it's Triple H, but damn. And trust me, I did not have fucking Omos and Brock Lesnar in my WrestleMania plans, but that's fucking Vince McMahon, so fuck you, Vince.
And that's the problem with your WrestleMania plans.
I wonder what AJ would be doing if he didn't get it. Because he hasn't missed the WrestleMania since his debut. This was the first one he missed.
Oh, he'd definitely be part of the Judgment Day shit. I just know it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the last thing he was doing before he was injured.
Yeah.
It would be a tag team Hell in a Cell. It'd be AJ and Edge versus Finn and Damian. Most likely. Which, I'm not gonna lie, will go hard.
Yeah. I'm just glad we're ending that at WrestleMania. I'm glad we're ending it at WrestleMania. I'm glad we're actually ending it inside Hell in a Cell. Like it was. It was actually booked to do Hell in a Cell at the Rumble, but they decided to push that back into WrestleMania, which was the best call. It was a good call to go to WrestleMania with this. Not a lot of people wanted it to end here, but you know.
Oh my god.
WrestleMania.
Never mind, that's the lie.
Yeah. So. Let's see. So we are good to go here.
Last time there was a Mania at Hell in a Cell Mania, if I remember correctly, wasn't it Shane and Taker?
Yeah.
At 32?
It has to be Shane and Taker. Yeah.
35. Yeah, I think so.
I think it has to be Shane and Taker. I was going to say end of an era, but obviously not because it was.
I was going to say that at first, and I was like, wait, no, fuck. Then I got upset because I was like, damn it, I wish it was that one.
To be fair, though, the only thing memorable from that last Hell in a Cell match was Shane damn near killing himself by jumping off that game. So Shane is a crazy man. How the hell is he so?
And it's not like they really hid the fact of that either, mainly because of the fact that as soon as he landed through that table, you just fucking saw the crash pad. You saw the crash pad under the table. You saw the crash pad under the table. At least if you didn't, you just suspended your disbelief. I saw that crash pad from a mile away.
What is with this man doing this crazy stuff? He's damn near 50.
I'm not saying that he did. I'm not saying that he should not have had a crash pad, dude. He definitely should have, but hide that shit a little bit more.
Yeah, don't be like when Chris Jericho.
Oh god, the Chris Jericho blood and guts thing. That was disgusting. That was terrible because it was just fucking cardboard, and as soon as he laid it on the fucking platform, just all cardboard right there. That was terrible. I will give AEW their shit for that because that was terrible. Fuck.
They made up for it though when they had Eddie Kingston throw Sammy off that fucking cage.
Yes.
Boy,
When they had Sammy got thrown off of Blood and Guts. Yes, that was the right call.
Was insane.
That was the man. This man wanted to be thrown out of the helicopter.
So, okay, so what we had here, I mean, we had Dominic was just talking about his father again, how he's just been a disappointment of a father and all that kind of stuff. Saying that their family group chat suck, but the Judgment Day's group chat is better. Mysterio has a better way to get his father to accept the match. Mysterio will say hi to his mom and ask her permission for the match instead at WrestleMania if his father has the balls to get them out of her purse. That was actually a fucking good line.
Yeah, he gonna smack dog fire out his mama.
Me personally? I ain't saying no lower this.
Somebody's gonna attack Angie. I'm telling you right now, Angie's getting attacked by somebody.
Speaking of the Mysterio family, I've seen someone tweet it over today. They said Buddy Murphy was making out with Dom's sister, so he took the jail.
Oh god, Buddy Matthews. That was the fucking time, wasn't it?
They even mentioned it. Buddy tweeted about it.
Yeah. See, even in AEW, he likes to keep it kayfabe. Good stuff, buddy. The Usos and Solo Sikoa are backstage just talking, and Paul Heyman walks up to them saying, "Hey, you looking for the Tribal Chief?" He's like, "Well, yeah, no. You're not going to talk to him because he wants you to go to the private jet. Because they got the food all ready for you. They got seafood galore."
That shit was funny. They got lobster. Oh, fish. Ooh, mahi.
Yeah, I like me some of that. And he's like, "Well, yeah, you can go get some on the private jet. You go, except for you, Solo, because he wants to talk to you."
They told this man. They said, "Good luck getting some mahi."
He's like, "Well, shit."
I'd have been pissed. I mean, fuck. Lobster, mahi, and shrimp too.
So after a commercial break, we saw the Edge and Finn Balor video package for their Hell in a Cell match. And then we saw Edge lit up with candles in a dark room, just doing what he does best, and that is just fucking talking. Because Edge is a master.
He gave off monster on his bed.
Oh, for sure.
Edge is a master.
It was very much so. Don't turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Look at man.
So Edge is surrounded by all these candles. Edge says that if you push him, he'll not just resist, he'll throw you through a wall. Edge is a hostile man. He keeps it caged so he can be the man he's become and function in society. Inside a cage, he's caged no more. Edge won't apologize for it. He'll revel in it and savor it. Finn Balor has no idea what Edge is capable of inside Hell in a Cell. Balor has no idea what will happen when that door slams shut. Edge was baptized inside Hell in a Cell by the dead man himself.
I'm sorry, that line was cold as fuck.
Yes.
I was baptized inside hell by the devil himself, by the dead man himself.
Yes. Okay. Balor cannot become what he's not to become without this. Hell couldn't handle his demons. Well, Edge quotes scriptures by saying, "Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Edge never has, because he's the evil in the valley. Edge then tells Balor to leave Finn at home and bring the demon to meet the devil. He'd like to meet him, and Edge fades to black as he smiles maniacally. We're fucking getting Demon Finn Balor. Dude, it's all coming to
Not only
fruition that we're
that,
getting Demon
not
Finn.
only that, I think a lot of people are wrong about what Edge we're getting. I don't think it's Brood Edge. I think we're getting a new version of Dark Edge.
It definitely seems like a newer version with this promo.
And I'm
Maybe.
fucking excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. And I hope Finn has like purple demon paint because it's Judgment Day.
Just let it be purple and black. Uh, I want it to be purple and black mainly because of the fact for the Judgment Day, but with it being Hell in a Cell, and I feel like there's going to be like this ominous red type of theme with all of this going on.
Well, let's hope Triple H does the right thing and bring back the Silver Cell.
Yes. Well, hopefully that. Yes. We have to have the Silver Cell back, but
the red didn't even feel menacing.
No, it really
like didn't. It didn't even feel scary. That silver one though, that shit felt terrifying.
The thing
especially
is,
the rickety one.
The thing is, to me,
the old one that they used to have, that shit. Ugh.
I remember when the cell was blue, and that was just weird.
You remember when Cactus Jack and Triple H will walk across it, and you'd be like, "That bitch gonna break at any moment just from walking." Dude, I miss that cell.
Just walking on the cell, you see the chain links actually go inward, and I'm like, dude, just by their body weight alone, this thing is just gonna break. But like, I remember when the cell was blue at one point. That was terrible.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, that was bad. Obviously, the chain link actually being the colors of chain link, that's the cell that we all love and enjoy. And the red one actually made it hard for a lot of people just to see.
I cannot see shit now. Yeah. It's worse on the fucking games.
Yeah.
That shit is terrible.
Yeah. But but yeah, hopefully we get the right cell back at WrestleMania, and we'll be squared away from that. But I do agree with you in some instances where we might actually get a newer version of Edge, which I will thoroughly enjoy. I don't know what we're going to be getting, but I'll thoroughly enjoy it nonetheless. Now, to me, whoever wins this thing, I legitimately don't care. I like both of them, but to me, I think you kind of actually have to put Finn over, to me. But, I mean, with Edge, with this possibly being his last WrestleMania, I don't know. Would you... I'm not having him lose on his way out. I'm just not. But
I mean,
if it's going to be that SmackDown in Toronto, I'm having it win. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but regardless, it's going to be fucking great.
I'd have Edge win.
I personally would want Edge to win too, but either way, I think it's just going to be great, so I'm fine with either. So, Rhea Ripley, she's here, talking about Charlotte, saying that she's a champion, and that a champion is a star. Ripley agrees, but she doesn't agree with living in the past. Flair doesn't want to accept the future, which is why she keeps talking about 3 years ago, when it was Ripley's first WrestleMania. That was back when she was trying to make a name for herself and earn respect. Flair thinks that the leader of the women's division is her, but leaders respect others. After the match, she knew Flair didn't respect anyone and never will because Ripley makes her question the respect that she has for herself. When you hear the name Rhea Ripley, you question everything. The crowd tries to chant "what" to her, but Ripley then calls them pathetic. Good. See, that's what I like about this. You know, whenever the crowd just wants to hijack the fucking segment with the what chants, fucking call them out for their shit. Fucking call them out. I like it when the roster does that. Let me fucking talk. Let me get what I have to say out. I'm not gonna have you hijack my shit and take away my time. Ripley does amazing stuff. So, so Ripley brings out your deepest insecurities, and you try to master confidence. Flair knows that every time that they've gone to war, she's gotten up and kept going because that's what she does. What Flair does is try to keep people down, but not her. Flair has, which is honestly true. That's a fucking shoot. I don't care what anybody says. That is a fucking shoot. That is a fucking shoot if I ever heard one. So Flair has to admit that she's done. It's over, and has to go home where Flair means nothing. Without WWE, Flair is nothing. Ripley doesn't care about Flair's insecurities or if she respects her, because at WrestleMania she will become the champion and the biggest star in WWE. When Flair sees Ripley holding her crown above her head, she'll know all her insecurities are true, and Ripley doesn't need Flair's respect, but she will make her fear Rhea Ripley. Then Damage Control comes out for whatever fucking reason. This made no sense to me. I love Bayley and Damage Control, even though Damage Control is damaged. But this made no sense to me. I don't know if it made sense to any of you, but this meant nothing to me.
That didn't, but what happened later on did.
Oh, of course, because, I mean, it's Becky, Trish, and Lita. But yeah, that was...
Oh, no, not that. Not that.
Oh. I'm actually surprised you're not talking about that.
I was. Until... we'll circle back.
So, Damage Control came out. Bayley says that, hey, listen, Ripley, as much as you probably don't, like, actually understand it, we actually do kind of respect you, because anybody that actually loves getting into the head of Charlotte Flair has the utmost respect from Damage Control. But if you want to actually get some heat on Charlotte Flair, you could have just come to the role model, because I pinned Flair in my first WrestleMania. Ripley says that she does not need the help of Damage Control. Bayley says that Ripley is getting a little bit too cocky, and that this is their show, and Damage Control will show her what that is all about. Ripley then laughed and said that, listen, I'm not really dressed for a fight, but if any of you guys actually want to come and fight me right now, let's do it. Bayley then says, well, look at that, you ding dong, I'm the only one that's in my gear, so let's go. And then Adam Pearce is thrown in the back saying, hey, listen, get the fuck out there, we're making this official. He's like, alright. And he runs out there, the referee. And we have a match. Heel versus heel, and Bayley versus Rhea Ripley. This is what it is. But it wasn't honestly all that bad, though. These two actually killed it.
No.
I mean, it's Bayley and Rhea Ripley, so I wasn't actually expecting, a shit show. But it's heel versus heel, so I really did not understand the dynamic here. But it is what it is. And technically, I honestly should have understood why, because obviously what happened after the match. Technically during and after the match as well, because Becky, Trish, and Lita came into the mix. So, Bayley manages to get to the bottom rope to break the hold, damage control, then pulls Bayley out of the ring. Ripley pulls Kai up by her hair, but Bayley drives Ripley into the ring post. Lita and Trish take it to Kai and Sky. Lynch then scares Bayley into the ring. Ripley then headbutts Bayley and then does the Riptide for the win. And obviously,
No, how'd she do it? How'd she do it?
Ripley obviously does her signature pinfall.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who doesn't want to get pinned by Rhea Ripley like that?
No, that's not just why. The way Rhea pinned it and then Bubble Butt Bayley, god damn!
Yeah, no, it did. That's a fucking combination we did not thought we did not think we needed that in our lives, but we definitely need it.
I'm telling you, give it an hour and Rule 34 is gonna have like 30,000 renderings of that shit up there.
Most likely, and that's probably a GIF already made on Twitter.
It probably is.
See
right now, somebody needs to pin me like this.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really gonna go over what happened during the early portions of this Chad Gable thing with Otis and Maximum Male Models thing. I'm not really into this whole Maximum Male Models thing with Otis and all that kind of stuff, but to each their own if anybody is. It is what it is. But after we came back from a commercial break, we heard that Andy Kaufman is being inducted into the 2023 Hall of Fame. Good. I don't know much, so I can't really speak on it. I can't shit on it, but I also can't speak on it either. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't have much to say on the matter, but if he's in the Hall of Fame, he's obviously deserving of it. So there you go. Best match on the card tonight, easily, was this match with Ricochet and Chad Gable. Easily the best match on the card. Easily. These two fucking killed it. But when it's Ricochet and Chad Gable, I did not think it was going to be a shit show. This was fucking great. Both men are down. Maxine Dupree walks to ringside, starts talking to Otis. She pulls Otis to the back, and Otis looks conflicted but goes with Maxine. Gable goes for Chaos Theory, but Ricochet backflips out of it, and Ricochet takes Gable down, and then goes to the top rope, hits a shooting star press, and gets the win. Ricochet picked up the win there, and there we go. This was easily the best match on the card tonight for Chad Gable and Ricochet. Fantastic stuff right there. Not really much going on in that story though, so I can't really shit or, talk much about it, And then it's really only these two matches, alright? Oh my god. Yeah. This is the final match, and then obviously the Cody stuff. Okay, cool. Can they coexist, guys? Can they coexist?
They did not. They did not.
Can they coexist?
Well,
we talked about this earlier on in the opening. The Can They Coexist storyline fucking sucks.
They love doing that shit. They love doing
The fact that we're getting
it.
the Can They Coexist story with Bianca Belair and Asuka. That's how much we're actually really caring about the story. Bianca and Asuka picked up the win, but not really to the chagrin of their own liking. It was very interesting match to say the least. And I'm trying to be as nice as I possibly can when it comes to this, you know.
Don't be a good master.
Yeah, I I don't know much to say about this. Niven, uh, she didn't even leave her feet when Belair was trying to do some kind of suplex, to uh to Niven. Uh, Green then breaks up a pin after a cross body block. Uh, Asuka then runs in and kicks Green in the head. Belair then argues with Asuka before shoving her out of the way to avoid Niven. And then Belair hits Niven with an impressive KOD for the win. And that was it. Asuka then immediately attacked Belair from behind and kicked her down. Asuka then backs up and hits a sliding knee before standing over her WrestleMania opponent. And we finally got some kind of physicality between Asuka and Bianca Belair. It's just a lackluster build, and I really don't give a shit about the match, honestly. I think it's going to be a great match, but we already talked about this at the top. The story is not there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They should have told a better story.
Oh no, for sure.
And then it is the real main event. Cody and Roman promo segment. This was fucking great. So obviously Roman comes out alongside Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. The Usos are nowhere to be found. When the Usos were not there, I'm like, I don't know if they're legitimately in the Jet or not. You always have to think about that when it's the Bloodline here, dude. The Usos could just be anywhere at any given moment. The Jet could be honestly fucking code name, like a fucking code name for these guys for all we know now. Like it's anything, you know. So it was Heyman and Solo. Reigns makes his lengthy entrance. You know, they only gave 10 minutes for this segment, so when I was looking at my clock and I'm like, alright, dude, it's like 55. Let's get this going. This man takes so long for his entrance, bro. His entrance at WrestleMania is probably gonna give you like 15 minutes. You know how long that ramp is gonna be?
Very long. Very long. John Cena going to run very slow.
I don't know if you guys fucking remember this or not. But like in the early WrestleManias, they had these little fucking mini ring carts.
Ring carts.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I would not be fucking shocked if Roman did like.
Oh no, they still used it recently. Fucking hell, they had almost take one recently, didn't they?
I think so.
I know Big Show definitely used one.
Yeah.
For like the Royal Rumbles when they would have the long ramps. I know he used one.
Because that WrestleMania ramp is going to be fucking long, and I'm telling you right now, Roman's entrance is going to be like 15 minutes if they don't actually do something. But, I mean, oh. Roman's entrances are always just spectacular anyway, so honestly.
Hey, they need to have a fighter jet fly over during his entrance. That'd be some baller shit right there.
So,
No, for Cody's.
oh
Yeah.
god, Cody's is.
On the whoa. Oh man, that's shit.
Dude.
The world is wide on
Don't
everywhere.
even get me started about fantasy booking shit for Cody, because man, that's a whole stream right there for me. So he says St. Louis, acknowledge me. So many ones in the air, and then all we hear is wrestling has more than one royal family.
Royal family.
So good. The American Nightmare comes down to the ring. Obviously, the woes get massively huge every single time when that pops up.
SoFi better be open that night, cause that
Oh,
roof was closed. Choo.
dude. So,
Okay.
so he is getting into the ring. And the reaction to the St. Louis crowd is just insane. Rhodes stands into the ring. The crowd chants for Cody. Rhodes says that he would normally ask St. Louis what you want to talk about, but Rhodes already knows what they're going to be talking about. So Rhodes heard Reigns talk about it when he warned him to stay out of personal bloodline business. Mr. Heyman says that Reigns has a Cody Rhodes problem. Rhodes wants to have help define what that problem means. Heyman then goes to speak, but Rhodes is like, hey, shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you. Imagine if he actually said that. I would be fucking, like, floored. You just said, hey, Heyman, shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you. I would be fucking laughing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but no, seriously, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the tribal chief. And Heyman shouts at Rhodes, saying, he's like, listen, well, you're not going to like the answer. So, honestly, probably hearing it from me was probably the best bet. Reigns says that he wants to get something straight. Rhodes isn't the problem. What he represents is the problem. Rhodes is what they used to be. Rhodes is a professional wrestler. Reigns is a fighter, which has allowed him to be the megastar of this business. And Rhodes says that he'll do all these things, but look at the track record. Rhodes didn't want to be Stardust, so he ran away. Rhodes started a promotion that he couldn't get over in, so he ran away. And then Rhodes came over here, body gave out on him, and his pec went pop. And then he came back, and he's saying that he has to finish the story on April 2nd. But April 2nd is a lottery ticket for him. It's a real moment on April 3rd, when Rhodes has to wake up and look at himself in the mirror. Reigns wants Rhodes to make the choice that his father would be proud of. Or otherwise, he'll do what he always does, which is run away like a little bitch.
I lost it at that point.
I'm pausing it here.
Shit.
I'm pausing it here because as much as I fucking hate to acknowledge Roman, everything that he fucking said here was true. And I'm glad that everything that he fucking said here was true. I know a lot of people are
when
probably
he threw in
wondering.
that little bitch part,
Yes.
I was like, God damn.
I know a lot of people are probably wondering, like, Phil, he legitimately just, like, melted down your favorite superstar. Why are you actually happy about this? Because it's making the story that much better. it's making the story that much better for Cody Rhodes and for Roman Reigns in return. Mainly because of the fact that everything that he said is 100% true. He did not want to do the Stardust gimmick, so he left under his own accord in WWE. He didn't get fired. He left. And then he went to go start AEW with the Elite. It became like a fucking phenomenon. It's 4 years old now, and it's running pretty well, I might say. It's been ups and downs, but, you know, what company hasn't had its ups and downs? But, I mean, everything reigned true. He actually could not get over in that company. He tried to get over as much as he possibly could, but at the end of the day, the fans just wanted him to be heel in that company. But Cody didn't want to be that. So, he let his contract expire. And then, he was even working without a contract in AEW. And he was TNT champion.
Shit.
And then he left AEW to go back to the E. And now he's here. So, Roman was saying everything true in this. Which makes it better for Cody, and it makes it definitely better for the story. I was not mad at this at all. A lot of people were probably wondering, like, Phil must be furious right now. This was perfect. Because it had to go this way. This was the right way to go about it. And then what Cody said after that was even better. But how do you guys feel about what Roman said first off? Because what Roman said, like Cody said, it was 100% true. But man, if people didn't really know much about Cody before, they know a lot about it now. Speechless. That's what you guys are. But yeah, Rose then went on to say, that he doesn't want to admit it, but it's true that he did run away. The business broke his heart. He met adversity, so he ran away. No one is crying about it because he made it so 100% of the locker rooms all around the world can make more money, which is a fucking fact. Rose doesn't worry about that. As for being a wrestler, Rhodes has tried. Rhodes sometimes wants to be a superstar, but inside, he is a runaway, violent, and he likes to have taste of blood in his mouth type of professional wrestler. Rhodes wants to make something clear, and that no one needs to mention his father anymore. Rhodes is sick and tired of it. His father isn't coming back. He's not coming down to hit a bionic elbow. His brother works elsewhere. And only thing Reigns will see at WrestleMania is him. Rhodes wants to talk about his mean-ass Cuban mother who would tell him to knock Reigns out. While he's down, he can hit him for good measure. Which is fucking hard. Like, dude, that's fucking sick. Rose wants to talk about what April 3rd will mean to Roman. Reigns will have to wake up remembering what it's like to lose. Reigns will wake up without those titles. Reigns will wake up without those titles. And those mean so much to this brand of business. Jay will leave him, so will Jimmy, so will Solo, and so will Paul Heyman, as he'll become an advocate once again. Then so he'll become an advocate once again. So he saw that Solo was just staring a hole at him through this entire promo, and he's like, "Listen, you realize that you think that you're ready, but you are certainly not ready." Solo will leave him. Heyman will become an advocate again, and he'll have no more reigns. Roman will have no reigns. A chief will have no tribe, and Reigns shakes his head, chuckles before getting serious. Another Cody chant happens, and then Reigns drops the microphone and angrily walks away. Solo is left in the ring all alone with Cody. Cody dares to hit him. Reigns then turns back and sees Solo in the ring. Reigns wonders what he is doing. Reigns calls Solo, who is going to leave, but Rhodes says that he knew Solo wasn't ready. Solo got furious and was about to hit a Samoan spike, but Rhodes kicked it away. Sikoa then gets fired up again, and Reigns jumps on the apron and stops him. Reigns stares at Rhodes before backing away, and they leave the arena. Fucking fantastic. They did everything that they needed to do and more when it comes to the segment. Everything about this was perfect. What Roman said was perfect. What Cody said was perfect. Roman made it about the past. The Cody Rhodes, Stardust, running away, and AEW, right? But in the whole thing with Cody Rhodes, Cody made it about himself, and that's exactly what needed to happen. Cody made it about himself. The whole Dusty narrative is no more, which is great. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be a great match at WrestleMania. We're going to get things going. And that's exactly what we needed. We needed the Dusty stuff out of the way. It's about Cody, and Cody made that crystal clear now. 2 weeks for WrestleMania. Let's go.
I'm down with that. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna be it's gonna be a banger at WrestleMania. I can't wait for it. But yeah, that's it for your Monday Night Raw, guys. Very,
Yeah.
very good segment for Raw. Matches left to be desired at points, but overall pretty decent episode of Raw. Not too bad.
Okay.
Alright, guys. We're gonna be ending it here. Thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTV. If you guys liked what you heard tonight, hit the like button, turn on the bell, hit the subscribe button, go to the merchandise links down there. Follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring tonight's podcast. Go down, link in the description. Go download SeatGeek and use the promo code OTB for $20 off your first purchase using SeatGeek today. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday's talk. Do you have anything to say before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So, thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTB. We'll talk to you tomorrow for Tuesday's talk. Have a good night, guys. Peace.